Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all doing well. I'm with my main man, NFE, here. We're going to talk some Yankees baseball and eat a little chicken parm while we're at it. Right? So we got our supplies.
I got my gi top of my hat on too, so I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. We are athletes. We get hungry. We get hungry in the afternoon. We got to eat. So welcome, NFE. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thank you for the invite, man.
Dude, how are you feeling about this World Series?
And
by the way,
I'm excited.
Salute, cheers to you.
Oh,
good, bro.
Same to you, bro. Yeah,
everybody in the chat. Sean, who else we got? Our Hayden franchise, the Consigliettes here.
Yeah, as far as this World Series goes, man, I'm excited because I feel like this is going to be historical. I feel like the ratings are going to be through the roof because both teams have superstars on their teams.
Yeah,
I mean, you could just see the markets from like not just only in the United States, but in Japan, Dominican Republic, because you got Shohei Ohtani, you got Yamamoto on the other side, you got Juan Soto, who by himself is a big name right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have superstars on both teams. There's no telling what this series is going to look like. I am, I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous. The Dodgers are a team that you don't sleep on. They have a solid lineup. I am definitely a little bit worried about that lineup.
We got the Consigliere. He has chicken parm and he wants to join us.
Oh, cool. Yeah. We'll all eat the chicken parm together. But it's gonna be a great World Series. This isn't gonna be a cakewalk for either team.
Just email it to you, Consigliere.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is the top two teams in baseball, right?
Yeah, true number one seeded teams.
You know what's crazy? Both teams lead in home runs. Both teams also lead in walks. So it's a testament to the power. It's a testament to their plate discipline too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think it's going to be a much more high-powered World Series than the Yankees-Mets would have been. But even though I had predicted the Mets, the Dodgers proved me wrong. So I predicted the Mets were going to go in, but the Dodgers going to be a tough test for the Yankees, man.
I agree. The thing with the Dodgers was what was impressive with them was that even though they lacked in the starting pitching, their bullpen did the job.
Yeah.
I got to give credit where credit is due. But this also, I do want to say when the Dodgers played the Yankees in the regular season, this isn't the same Yankees team that they saw back in June. This is a much different team right now. When it comes to the Yankees.
Yeah, a lot more guys were healthier, so it's a completely different team.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jack Flaherty versus Garrett Cole for Game 1. So, it'll be. I think it'll be a fun game to watch. And I personally don't think, and I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I don't think the series is going to be won by either team in New York. I don't think any team is going to win this in 4 or 5 games.
No, if I had to guess, this was, for me, I'm going to say Yankees in 6. That might be a bold take.
Yeah.
But if it goes 7 games, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, just the way both of these teams are built.
Yeah.
It's going to be a World Series to remember.
This is 42 years in the making. The last play 42 years ago in the World Series. Oh, well, maybe 43. It's been a long time. So I'm excited about this. I mean, and I got to give, people give me heat about it. Oh, and Yeti. You got your chicken parm?
Yeah, I see him in the back.
Uh-huh. Got to make sure that's the requirement to have the chicken parm. I think that you doing all right there, bud? Oh, there he is.
He's coming.
Had to grab the food.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Consigliere?
Do I need to show you a picture?
Look at that.
Ooh.
I got mine too with pasta. I got on a bit of pasta.
Yep, so do I.
Cheers to you, Consigliere. Cheers. Salute.
Thanks.
Shout out to you, chat. By the way, Willard.
Oh, we got Willard in the chat.
Bringing up old Willard, you got to stop. You got to wasting your time. You called that a fact. Did the Astros cheat the Yankees? They did. Did they cheat the Dodgers? They did. They cheated the Red Sox too. So, yeah. People keep using this fact. There's 15 years. 15 years haven't been to the World Series. Well, it could have been cut in half if the Astros didn't do what they did. And he pointed it out.
Yeah, I don't. And for the record, Willard, I don't even bring up that cheating scandal anymore.
Yeah.
I used to. I'm done. I've moved past it. So, if Brian Cashman brought it up, well, he has a reason.
Yeah, he was asked. It is what it is. Right?
Yeah.
And then people keep bringing up, they keep bringing up this. They'll never win a World Series with Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman. People have been talking about that all year. So, and there's a reason why they haven't been to a World Series in 15 years. Astros were a big part of it.
And it wasn't for a lack of trying.
No, it was not. And again, you could bring it up, Willard, but that's a fact. I mean, this is something that the Astros are going to have to live with. We got to live with it too. So, we have to live with it too. So, but it is what it is. Well, Coltietti, how you thinking? How you feeling about this World Series?
I'm a little concerned.
About what?
About if our bats are going to show up.
If our bats are going to show up?
Yep.
Anybody in particular?
Because the Dodgers are going to pound away at our pitchers and so forth. Although I want to see how Friday night turns out. If Cole is able to shut them down, then I'll feel more confident that we have a good chance to beat them. Otherwise, if they're able to get to Cole, who's our number one pitcher, I'd have some concerns about us being able to win the series.
Yeah, I hear you. Really.
Emotionally, obviously, I want them to win, but we've got to look at the team we're facing.
Yeah. Look, these are the two behemoths of baseball. So it's not going to be easy either way. In all honesty, right? So it was what it's supposed to be. People were giving the Dodgers the World Championship trophy as soon as they signed Ohtani and Yamamoto. And I remember us telling them we'll see you in the World Series.
Now, I thought it was interesting that they don't have Yamamoto starting. It's Flaherty starting against Cole.
Yeah, Flaherty against Cole.
And then Yamamoto coming up against they still haven't posted it, but I'm sure it's going to be Rodon.
Probably. Apparently, it's going to be Cole, Rodon, Schmidt, and Hill again.
Yeah, which is what I had projected when we first started talking about the rotation.
With Nestor, has a good chance of making the World Series roster now. So, did you hear what he said yesterday?
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
Saying he'll talk about he'll deal with the consequences. Like he'll take that ring even if he means he'll miss the year off for an injury. So he basically pitch his arm off in the World Series. Even if it falls off, he still wants to get that ring. So that's the type of fire I think that can motivate a lot of his team. So I like that. I really like that. So and again, I think I'm curious to see when the rosters are going to come out because I don't know if the Dodgers have anybody they can add to their roster, do they? Significance?
Not that I'm aware of. So, speaking of roster moves, so we know Nestor's going to be added to the roster. We already know that.
Mm-hmm.
Who they take out, I'm not sure. I mean, if I had to take one guess, I would say Tim Meza.
That's what I would say too.
Another addition, and I'm not saying they're going to make it, but if I had to predict, I'm saying they could also add Cody Poteet potentially. and then they might take out Mark Leiter Jr.
Or take out a bat.
Or take out a bat, but which bat?
A bat that's not hitting. They're not even playing, like Dominguez or Grisham.
Right.
Yeah, probably one of those two guys, right? Mm-hmm. But the Yankees add 2 fresh arms to their bullpen. And this is that bullpen factory that Brian Cashman likes to build.
Yep.
You get 2 fresh arms in the bullpen for the World Series. I mean, I think that's huge.
And both of them can pitch multiple innings.
Right.
Which is key, because in case any of our starters have problems, it helps to have 2 long relief people in there that we can plug in, as opposed to having to go 1 inning at a time and use up the whole bullpen.
That's the difference between using 3 pitchers than 8.
Yeah.
So
Joel was saying some of the concerns that I had with the Dodgers bats.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I wanted to bring up too was, again, going back to the regular season, the Dodgers didn't have to face Cole. They didn't have to face Rodon. They faced Poteet, Nestor, and Luis Hill.
Yep.
So they didn't even get to play. The Cole and Rodon didn't even get to pitch against the Dodgers. So Cole, like Joel said, if they can shut down the bats, if they can control that Dodgers offense, the Yankees have a chance of winning the series. And I feel good about Rodon, because I feel like Rodon's been the best starter for the Yankees in this postseason. He's been lights out.
He's been bringing it.
Yeah.
John the Beagle, Ray, how's it going? CeeLo's in the place. No, with no chicken Max today with apple in the middle. We're just eating chicken parm.
Oh yeah.
Chicken parm with the gentleman. I was thinking of inviting Anthony Volpe and Anthony Rizzo on to have some pasta and chicken parm with them.
One day.
See if they would actually.
That would have been cool.
See if they actually would say yes. Be kind of cool.
Well, maybe we can do this again after the season's over, when they won't have obligations, and then they might be able to actually join us.
That would be cool. It would be very, very cool. The pitching. Who's the pitching for the Dodgers? We got Flaherty, Yamamoto. Beyond that, who do we have? Who do they have?
Buehler. So you have Buehler as their third starter. After that, they don't have anybody.
Walker.
Yeah, but their bullpen is pretty. Their bullpen is pretty fierce.
Yes, it is.
They've got a couple of guys that throw 100 miles per hour.
No.
Which our bats are not usually catching up to something like that.
We're gonna have to jump on their starters early. Honestly, jump on their starters early and then wear out their bullpen. It'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, well, in saying that the Dodgers have a good bullpen, they do. They got some good bullpen arms. They only have 1 lefty arm, and in that bullpen, that's Banda.
Yeah.
Yankees have multiple. Like that. That's the beauty with the Yankees bullpen. Also, the Guardians, we were told had the best bullpen in all of baseball, and look at what the Yankees did to them.
Got to them. Yep.
So. I'm not saying it's going to be easy against the Dodgers bullpen. What I'm saying is, if they were able to do that to the best bullpen in baseball with the Guardians, imagine what potential they have against the Dodgers bullpen.
Yep.
So
it's true.
Yeah.
And obviously, if Judge heats up and Soto and Stanton stay where they are, it's going to be even harder for the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the key. If all 3 of those are on, and then we get people like Volpe and maybe Jazz getting on base, those are the things that will help us.
Yep.
But Jazz seems to be way behind the fast pitches.
Yep.
That and still swinging a little bit wildly, so that's a little bit of a concern.
Did the Dodgers have any speed on the bench? Like the Yankees have Birdie. You got Duke Ellis if they want him back.
Yeah, they've got that kid Edman.
Tommy Edman.
Yeah, and Kiki Hernandez is pretty fast also.
Yeah, Kiki's got a little bit of wheels. This is true. All right. Well, What's your prediction, Constantini? What's your prediction for the Yankees? And how many games? I don't think either team is going to win this series in New York. You'd have to win in 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to go 5 or 6.
Yep. I mean, if the Yankees won both at home and in Dodgers home, which would be crazy, then maybe they can win it in the Bronx. But I don't know. I think it's going to be 6 games.
Yeah, it's all going to depend on, again, how what happens with Cole, and if Rodon's pitching game 2, what happens with him. By the way, my son's going to the game 2.
Nice.
His girlfriend bought them 2 tickets, so he's
Nice.
actually going. So
Nice.
he's pretty excited about that. But again, and this is the big if it's Cole and Rodon and both of them are on their game and shut down the Dodgers, we could conceivably win it in New York.
Which would be awesome. I mean, it would be awesome if they won in New York.
And that's assuming that Cole comes back for game 5.
Mm-hmm. If they have a chance at winning game 5, I wouldn't be surprised if Cole comes back if they really want to put the boot to the jugular. I mean, but they got to be sure they're going to win that freaking game. But that's otherwise he'll come out of the bullpen after game 5, which I don't think he'd have a problem with. And the Yankees are the best road team in baseball too. So
that's another advantage for them. I mean, and look, they won the division series in Kansas City. They won the championship series in Cleveland.
True.
So, they do so well on the road. I don't know what it is about the 2024 Yankees and playing amazing on the road. Because usually their home record is better than their away record, but that's not the case this season. And I'm not complaining, but it's just a little unusual, I thought.
True.
Yeah, I think CeeLo brings up a good point.
Yeah, I mean
the Yankee focus, and if they can maintain that with what they did in Cleveland, then I think that can overcome the Dodger bats.
I think I liked what Stanton said the other day too when he gave him that ALCS MVP. It's like this trophy's great, but this isn't the trophy that I want. So I want the other trophy.
And Stanton loves playing in Dodger Stadium.
Yes, he does.
Well, it's a home field for him.
Yeah, He punches that ball. Really, 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 really. I mean,
yeah, his stats there are pretty outrageous, also.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. But yeah, you're right, dude. We need Jazz to step up. We need Wells to step up. Even if they do some semblance of just decent performance, and we'll take that.
And check out Nosebleed Section's comment there.
Nosebleed.
Yeah.
Clary's over 7, Yamamo's over 5, and Buell's over 6 for stars here. Ready for the playoffs? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've got to capitalize on that. We've got to keep elevating that ERA. Both these are high power teams, man.
Yeah.
They were shut down to a degree by the Guardians. They were shut down to that. I think they could shut down the Dodgers bats too. I mean, look at the Mets Dodgers series. Dodgers were shut out. Were they shut out twice by the Mets? No, or at least once.
Well, once for sure. I think the other game was like 10-2.
Yeah. So they neutralized the Dodgers bats at quite a couple of those games.
Yeah, with those NLCS games, man, it's just it was literally blowouts. That's what it was. It was every single game was blowouts.
Yeah,
it was insane.
It's just I mean, I can't see it being that way with the Yankees and Dodgers World Series. It's gonna be more strategic.
And shout out to TC Steels. Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday, Steels.
Happy birthday, Steels.
Joey Bag of Donuts from the shift.
Joey from the shift. What is up?
What's up,
bro? No, it's Joey 2 cans.
Joey 2 cans, baby. Gentlemen, Steels, shift. What's your take? What's your prediction on the Yankees for the World Series? Dodgers for the World Series. Let us know. Yeah. Happy birthday, Steels. That's awesome.
Yeah, my birthday's not far off.
Happy early birthday to Anna Fee too, man. That's what I'm talking about.
4 days.
Nice, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
And which one is this? And if you which birthday is it?
Like my actual birthday, like when I was born.
No, that's your date, your age. How old will you be when you're
Oh, I will be 38.
mere youngster?
Said Ohtani had 100 more bats than Judge. 52, Judge is 54. Judge is 58, didn't he?
Judge hit what?
Didn't Judge hit 58 home runs?
I thought he hit 58. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I I had to look up those bats to confirm that. Yankees knew. Yeah, I mean, we got to take game one. Steals. You're absolutely right. No, Steals the same. Yankees in 6. I like it.
Yeah, that's my prediction too. Is Yankees in 6, and Joey's saying Judge hit 58. Yeah.
58, right? Yeah.
So I mean, with Ohtani getting more at bats, I mean, Judge's numbers. I mean, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, I mean, Judge is just an absolute beast. I mean, his WAR, I think, is higher than Ohtani's was. So, and his OPS is crazy high. So, Judge stuff. I mean, this is great too because you got MVP versus MVP. You got the two Goliaths. You got Dominican community versus the Japanese community. It's going to be like a global phenomenon, this World Series, which I think is really cool.
I think it's going to break records.
Yeah, I think it's probably the most watched World Series of all time, maybe.
It has the potential for it, yeah.
Yeah, which would be cool, man. So I'm glad it's going to be televised on national TV so that people can actually watch it.
Yeah. On that note, I need to leave, guys. I have to get back to work.
All right, man.
No worries there, Joel. Thanks for
it's good
joining.
being with you. Enjoy it, and we'll see what happens Friday.
Go get him, brother. We'll see you Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday.
Take care.
One lefty for the Dodgers. Yeah, Steals. I agree. Yeah, they're righty heavy, the Dodgers. It's crazy because Tim Hill's going to be a free agent this year too. That's probably one of the moves I would do this offseason. Maybe bring back Tim Hill.
You could bring him back on the cheap. It wouldn't cost you a lot, and I think they're going to exercise Luke Weaver's option.
I would.
If we're talking offseason, I mean, I don't think Clay Holmes is going to come back.
I don't either.
I don't see Clay Holmes coming back, and whatever team he plays for, I wish him the best of luck. I do not see him coming back. I do see the Yankees going after maybe a big bullpen arm. Maybe they do go after Tanner Scott. If you have if you have Tanner Scott and Luke Weaver along with Cousins, Tim Hill, and some of these other big bullpen names. Oh God, the Yankees bullpen is already good. But you add freaking Tanner Scott to that, it's just going to be a bona fide freaking bullpen.
You add a monster to that. Oh, man. CeeLo, who signed here? Bregman, he's going to be a free agent. Pete Alonso's going to be a free agent. Yankees are being actually linked to both. Personally, I pass on both of them, but
I would too. I'm not interested in Bregman. I'm not interested in Alonso.
Bregman's past his prime. I don't think Alonso really moves the needle that much. So I'd rather do go a different route. But I agree, Peter. Holmes is probably going to get $14 million per.
$14 million.
Probably get it for 3 years, I would imagine.
Yeah, $14 million. I mean, like my personal opinion, I feel like that's still a lot for Holmes.
Yeah, which is
I could.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but I could see it because pitching is it's a premium, right? So it is a premium. So, but I think $14 million is too much for.
Like if he was going to get $20 million a year, then I would have probably given him a qualifying offer. But
sure.
I think Torres is going to get probably $80 to $100 million deal, which is why I would give him a qualifying offer that I know he's going to turn it down. So that pick back because I don't. think Go ahead.
Oh. No, my fault, dude. I keep cutting you off.
No, it's all right. I know. I would not give a qualifying offer for Holmes, Jonathan.
No.
Yeah, I mean it's probably going to be the polls here on what polls on YouTube.
Oh, favoring. That's fine. If they want to favor the Dodgers, that's fine.
Yeah, Presley got. I mean, $14 million a year. I mean, the qualifying offer this year is $21.05 million. So that's 50% more, which is why if he gave him a qualifying offer, he'd probably take it, Holmes. And so probably Verdugo too. But I think Gleyber Torres is the one that's worth probably giving to, and knowing that he's the top free agent second baseman on the market, and he's only 27. So somebody's going to pay him. Somebody's going to pay him. So I do think he gets a yeah.
Yeah, I think Torres is going to get a QO from the Yankees. I was talking about this on my show yesterday in the morning. I think he'll get a QO. If the Yankees do offer him a contract, it's not going to be like a 4 or 5 year contract. I think it'll be more like 3 years at the most. I can't see the Yankees giving him a 4 or 5 year. Another team will. I don't know what team will, but another team definitely will give him a 4 or 5 year contract.
And I don't know if Torres wants to leave $50 million on the table.
I don't think he does. I mean, if I'm a player, I'm not trying to leave that much money.
This is your one chance to cash in. You might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah. And you gotta you're a free agent, man. And I think this is the first time he's a free agent, and he's in his prime years, so he can't he can't be messing around. Or Torres is 20. Okay, so 27. So it's 27. So somebody will give him a 5 or 6 year contract. I just don't see the Yankees doing that. And it stinks, man, because I really like Gleyber, and I know Gleyber wants to be a Yankee for the rest of his career. I'm glad the second half really turned it around for him.
Yeah, me too.
And the postseason's been great, but I still haven't forgotten what that first half looked like.
Yeah,
because it did cost the Yankees some games. It did.
Yeah.
Let's face the facts. And it's really complicated with Gleyber. He's one of those guys. If he signs with another team, I'd be sad to see him go. But if he did re-sign with the Yankees, I'm not going to complain. I don't have that same feeling for him like I did for Robinson Cano. When Cano signed with the Mariners, honestly, my feelings were not hurt. I'm like, honestly, the Yankees dodged a bullet.
Mm-hmm. Now Steele's is saying he thinks the Yankees are going to re-sign Gleyber, huh?
And they very well could. They very well could. I mean, don't put it past them.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know, guys. That's the crazy part of this offseason. Like, once the World Series is over, then we pivot to free agency, trades, options, and blah, blah, blah. Rule 5 draft. Like, there's so much stuff that happens. So, and it's going to be a lot of Yankees have a lot of free agents, impending free agents. So, and obviously, wants to re-sign Soto. So, and anything that's going to make it more difficult is going to be tough.
Yeah, and Ray's saying he likes the Torres 3 year max deal. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I was like, if you're going to re-sign Torres, I think it needs to be at 3 years. So
yeah, Steals, I agree. Rizzo, Verdugo, and Holmes, I agree.
They'll be gone. Yeah, they'll be gone.
Verdugo will be replaced by Dominguez most likely. They'll get somebody for the bullpen. What's good about Tanner Scott is he's not attached to a qualifying offer because he was traded at the deadline, so you don't have to give up draft picks for him.
Yeah, it's so funny to me, man, because there was like so many fans who were complaining during the deadline. Oh, Cashman didn't get Flaherty. Cashman didn't get Tanner Scott. I'm like, were you all willing to give up prospects for a 2-month rental? Yeah. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Because I'm not, I was like, why are we? I know we're in a win now mode. I get that, but I'm not trading up that many prospects for a 2-month rental.
True.
There's no way.
True. Yeah, I think he's going to turn down the QOC. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Petruzzi, what's good, man? What is happening?
What's up, Jacob?
Yo. Polar Bear. I think Polar Bear is probably going to get 7 years between 175 and 300. 200, excuse me. 175 and 200. That's my gut telling me. He's going to get paid. We have Efrock for like 3 more years. Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob was saying his understanding was Arias for Scott. Yeah, I'm not for a 2-month rental. I'm not doing that. If Scott came with maybe 2 or 3 years of control, you know what? I might entertain it.
Yeah, the ask was more than Arias.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving all that up. No way.
Yeah, no. He tried to get Flaherty. Yeah, he did. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And like, look, we're in the World Series without those guys. We're in the World Series without Josh Hader, without Yamamoto, without all these guys. So, just goes to show you don't have to get these guys to get to the World Series. This is the living proof of it right here.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like Cashman said in the offseason. I think we have a pretty freaking good team.
Yep.
Well, there you go. He just he told you all in the offseason.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it. And he said, yeah, he thinks it's a championship. Well, they're in the round for the championship. Oh, he said it. You think they have a championship team? Well, here it is. People are, mocking Cashman all year. They're here. So,
yeah.
And that's, Flaherty. I worry about Flaherty's health too. So, watch Cohen swooping and offering. I wouldn't be surprised. I
You never know
if he overpays for Corbin Burns either.
Maybe Seattle gets Glaber.
Seattle could be Seattle. Yep. I was stuck. They're linked right now. They're a favorite for Pete Alonso, and they're also linked to Alex Bregman. The Yankees are linked to everybody every year. So it's just the Yankees are linked to this thing to link to that. So they just happen to need quite a few position players. But yeah, exactly. Right. It's Soto's priority number one.
Oh, he's going to be the number one priority. I mean, a lot of it's so funny that so many fans are saying that, oh, Hal's not going to spend the money. I'm like, I'm like, he knows. They didn't just trade for Soto just to trade for Soto. They've been trying to go after Juan Soto since 2022.
Yep.
So they almost got him in not almost got him, but they made an offer. Nationals said no. They almost got him 2023. And the Padres said no. So then they waited till the offseason. And it's like, all right, cool. Like, let's make this happen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, you can also say Cashman built a judge-proof team. Yeah, well, exactly. This is a great point. He won 6 and he still made it to the World Series. That's a fantastic point.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Because in years past, the Yankees were dependent on Judge. The players were all like, okay, Judge, we're depending on you. Other players are stepping up. And that's huge. That's something that the Yankees didn't exactly have. But now they have that because they have Soto. They got Giancarlo. They got Glaber. Even Rizzo's been stepping up. Even Volpe's been pretty decent. Verdugo hasn't been too bad. He's come through in some clutch moments.
Yep.
So,
but the Judge's credit too, they wouldn't be in the playoffs without him. So
this is true too. Yeah. So you give Judge you always have to give Judge his flowers for sure.
100%, man. Like in an MVP season, he was a big part of why this team's here. These guys are starting to catch fire. Volpe, if Jazz catches a little bit more, if Wells catches a little bit more, then this is gonna be a dangerous team. It's gonna be a dangerous team.
Yeah. And Jacob, I want to ask you this question because I see your comment here. You said because he's saying NFE there has to be a walking away point though. What's the walking away point for you? I'm assuming we're talking about Juan Soto. Because what is the walking away point?
I mean, he showed the Yankees that he's very, very, very valuable.
He's a rare player. I mean, this is a guy who's turning 26, I believe, in a couple of days. He's still very young. He's been in the majors for 5-6 years now, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, he's a rarity. And TC is saying $700 million has to be the max. I mean,
well, I've said it from the beginning. Once Ohtani got that, I think Scott Boras has his argument not to ask for it too.
Yeah, and Jacob is saying, go ahead.
I don't know if he gets it, but he has every reason to ask for it, Scott Boras.
Yeah, and Jacob is saying that his is anything past 650 to 675. I understand that, Jacob, but there's been some chatter about Soto and Ohtani, and a lot of folks are like, you got to look at Ohtani's current market value right now because a lot of that money was deferred, But the argument is also Ohtani's still getting that money regardless. So, whether he's getting, that current market value is what, 400 something million, 500 something million right now for Ohtani. I mean, he's going to get that. He's going to get the rest of that money. So at the end of the day, that contract is still worth $700 million.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And John the Beagle Day, yes, I would. With Juan Soto, I would. He's a generational. And again,
yeah.
at no point is Shohei Ohtani going to be the number one pitcher for the Dodgers. It's not going to be their ace. We know this.
Yeah.
He's never been an ace. He's good. He's never been an ace.
Yeah, and Ohtani, I mean, with his age, I mean, who knows how many more years of pitching he has.
He's not going to pitch us 10 years, maybe 2 more years, maybe 3. He's not going to pitch us all 10 years.
Yeah.
He'll turn into just a hitter. So, and I think that's important to factor in too. CeeLo saying he goes to Glaber, of course, to the Pirates, or it could happen.
Could happen.
Yeah. Soto, 100 runs, 100 ribbies, 100 walks, 40 homers. Yeah, man. And he's durable too, Peter. Exactly. And exactly too. We need Soto. We need Soto. Chef. Like, you want to get back to the World Series? Yeah. He's a big.
Yankees front office knows that Soto brings a lot of value. They know that he's a big part of the reason why the Yankees were successful in the regular season and why they're successful in the postseason, man. Soto's been lights out in the postseason.
Yes, he has. Corey, what are my thoughts about Soto being a Gold Glove finalist? He doesn't really make many errors. I mean, some balls were hit over his head that he couldn't get to, but those aren't errors.
Yeah.
So his fielding percentage is in the 990s, so that's pretty darn good. So I'm not surprised he's there. You know, I'm not surprised.
Well, for someone who's not an elite outfielder, I'd say that's pretty good. Was I surprised that he made it as a finalist? Honestly, yeah, sure. I was. But
you know, his value goes way beyond that, obviously. So
yeah,
he's much more clutch. I mean, he's got this beyond world class plate discipline, the pitch recognition, and he just wears down the pitchers, man. Like, it's the perfect complement to protect Aaron Judge.
Well, you saw his at bats against Gaddis.
Mm-hmm.
He just kept doing this to him. Just kept looking at him like,
"Yep,
I got you."
Yep,
he's like,
he's in your head, man. This is what Michael Jordan used to do when he used to come. He was in the other team's head before the game started.
Mm-hmm.
And be all friendly and like, you know, when he does that, like, oh God, this guy's gonna destroy us, right? You know, he's gonna destroy you. So like, and he'll do that, and he'll drop 60 points on them. So this is, you know, Juan Soto is just like such cool, calm, and collected all the time, and it's nice to see him fired up when he gets a big home run. It really is. But I agree too, Steels. Yeah, the Dodgers will sweep. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, if they didn't sweep the Padres, if they didn't sweep the Mets, I wonder what makes folks think that they're going to sweep the Yankees. Like, come on, people.
Yeah, exactly. Jack Parkman again. Yeah, exactly, man. The Eliminator. Exactly. You get a piece of it, you can rename it. Major League 2, baby. Yeah, but this bottom line, who's saying the Dodgers are going to sweep the Yankees?
They're fans, I guess.
Oh, my goodness. Well, the Phillies did that in 2009. Jimmy Rollins said, we're going to sweep the Yankees. And if we feel generous, we'll let them win one game. That's what he said. That's all you need to do is rile up Yankee fans. That's all it needs. And then I was at Game 6 when they clinched. And they had, at the end of the state, like, first of all, street lights were on fire, right? They had coffins with Jimmy Rollins dolls in it on fire. Like, they were ultimate taunting. It was crazy at the stadium. Completely nuts. I was like, oh my God.
That's funny.
You don't want to rile up the Yankee fans. You don't want to do that. So in SoCal, they're saying that they're not just going to sweep them. All right. Well, go right ahead and keep believing that. That's fine. That is fine. Dodgers don't do a parade like the Yankees do, though. So, Game 2 starter, Hector. Rodon.
I think they already said it. I think, they already said Cole was Game 1. Rodon is going to be Game 2.
Against
Schmidt's Game 3. Hill's Game 4.
Yeah. I mean, if I were them, I would, Ohtani gets guys to swing at a lot of pitches who look like strikes and they wind up not being strikes. So I would be patient with Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Let him throw balls.
Well, I think in that game that they played against Yamamoto, they were showing patience. They were making him work. His pitch count was getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Yankees just kind of lost a little bit of their control. The bats did. So Yamamoto was able to take advantage, but they were working Yamamoto.
Yep.
So, right now, but with this lineup, this is a completely different lineup.
Yep.
And this isn't going to be regular season. This is
the Yankees don't play for June. They play for October.
No. Right.
So it's that simple. And does it always get there? No, but no other team always gets there either. It's just the way. Am I the one thing Soto gets 800 plus stock and merchandise percent? Damn.
Nah.
See, I don't know if he's gonna get.
He won't get that.
Yeah. Take Yamamoto to the Mets. Yeah. Neil's trying to get trouble.
Jason, I am feeling a little powerful in this gi top over here. So
look, if you need to Kimura somebody, you gotta do it.
Yeah, I just don't have my belt with me, so
it's just,
I should just walk around the supermarket like this. See what happens.
Do you ever wear your gi outside the house?
I'll be honest with you, I don't.
I don't either.
I probably should.
I never do. Yeah, I don't know. Some people leave the karate school with their gis on and go to their car. Like, I never do it.
I don't do it, man. I'd rather
put it back in my bag.
I'm the same way. I'd rather be unassuming.
Yep, same.
So
Soto's definitely a beast, CeeLo. I mean, you can't deny that. I hope Soto lights up Yamamoto. I hope he lights up Flaherty. So we need Judge though. We need Judge to step it up a notch. We really, really do. We definitely need primo Judge here.
Yeah, I think Judge. Now that Judge is in the World Series, and he's been waiting for this moment. I think he's ready, man. I think this is going to be a new a motivator for him. I think he's going to step up.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, he has to step up. He doesn't have a choice.
Put him in a body bag. That's from Karate Kid. Put him in a body bag. Yeah. At the end of the fight, when he's fighting Johnny. Steels, you're bringing it back. You're taking us back, man. I love it. Judge, yeah, I would agree with Jonathan. Judge probably the key to this World Series. Yeah. We talked about Stanton already too, Peter.
Oh, we talk about Stanton plenty.
We talked about him.
Yeah.
We definitely talked about him. Talked about him about him getting the ALCS MVP and saying he wants a different trophy than the World Series trophy. So he's locked in. He's focused. Say Soto does resign. How does the outfield design? Yeah. At some point, Corey A, I would imagine. I think, personally, they may move Judge to left. They may move Dominguez to center. But I think Judge moves out of the outfield once Stanton leaves. I think he transitions to DH.
Yeah, he's not going to play first base.
Yeah. No, he's definitely not.
Like some people propose. But no. All jokes aside, Dominguez, I think, will be your starting left fielder next year.
I do too.
Yeah, unless they decide, let's move Soto to left and move Judge to right, and then have Dominguez play center field.
Yeah,
I think everybody will be. I mean, Juan Soto, I know they moved him to right field, but I don't think it would be a bad thing, honestly. Just have everybody kind of playing their natural positions.
Mm-hmm. I think if they get somewhat of a seamless transition for Dominguez and some of these other young guys to go with the they have, this is going to be a pretty tough team to beat. Man. Spencer Jones, I think Spencer Jones, once he's ready, he'll be up here. He'll get a spot here too, Joe.
You could see him, yeah. When they expand the roster in 2025, I know I'm jumping way ahead. They could add him to that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
again,
Yeah.
Once Judge transitions to DH, we're going to need an outfield spot. So, and Spencer Jones is an elite outfielder too.
Mm-hmm.
So we have those guys here. Jazz is center fielder. Yeah, I mean, he plays best at second base though, Peter. But yeah, he has played second base.
Yeah, that's why. You wonder if the Yankees. Now that brings up another thing, right? You wonder if the Yankees bring back Glaber and Jazz is your third baseman, but Jazz is better as a second baseman.
Yes, he is.
I do agree.
Which is one reason why I don't see Torres coming back. I think we'll move Jazz to second. Just makes more sense to do that. So if Hayden wants to know what our first baseman is going to be,
I think will be our first baseman. I mean, they could. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not for me. I'm going to say it's not going to be Rizzo. I could. Maybe they do put John Birdie there. Maybe they do put Oswaldo Cabrera. Maybe it's Ben Rice. Maybe it's TJ Rumfield.
Yep.
First base is a position that needs to be addressed.
Yep.
Who that is, who's going to be at first base, I couldn't tell you.
Gotta get you to class there, Andrew.
Get to class there, buddy.
Keep training your brain, man. Get smart. And speaking of class, I gotta leave in a few minutes, pick my daughters up from school.
Yeah, no worries, man.
The rest of the day is just gonna be loud and crazy. So that's how tired I get until they come back home, and now it's gonna be cuckoo's nest in the house. But, I'm telling you, Mario, this is how we do it here, man. We like people to have their voices heard. We like people. It's a calm, relaxing channel. Just like NFE's channel, we like to have calm, relaxing time. Enjoy talking about our Yankees, and have a good time. Yeah, children are definitely loud and crazy, John. I got 3 daughters, man. So
yeah, I'm pretty. I was gonna say, Mario, on my channel, I'm pretty calm.
We're pretty laid back.
Yeah,
we are pretty laid back. I mean, and that's not to say we're not fired up when the Yankees are. Yeah, we are fired up, no doubt.
Yeah.
But when we're here, we like to have some kind of, we like to be therapeutic for people too. So, and people have actually told us that, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. So, I think I would agree too, Ray. Since Glaber's moved to lead off, that was a good move for him. I think it kind of resurrected his year, moving him to lead off. Would you agree, Anthony? What do you think about that?
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. It most definitely. Yeah, Glaber moving to Oh yeah, 100%.
Take 3 girls over in-laws. Dang thinks he's gonna call that. There's gonna be some hometown referees here. Oh boy.
Let's hope not.
Have to take some people out for a walk in LA. If the umpires come back here to New York, we're gonna take you for a walk, guys. Show you something. That's how we roll, Mario. That's how we do it, man. We need a Mrs. NFE. So Neil, you trying to set up my man here?
He's saying I need a Mrs. NFE, and I keep telling him, I was like, I'm all right at the moment, man. I'm good.
He's good. We only want the best. We only want the best for my man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just settle.
That's right, man. That is right. He just wants your couch. Yeah, he probably does to be.
Yeah, anybody puts their hands on my couch, it's it's game time.
Yeah, it's trouble right there. That's trouble, man. It's time for everything being over the top and then garbage online. It's nice to have you. This is how we look, Jake. Exactly. Thank you. Measured, thoughtful, Yankees conversations. We like people to have their voices heard. I say this a lot. Like when we deal in facts and reality, then we elevate the conversation. We elevate the content, right? Make it better. If we're just dealing with, and I said this, I said this yesterday. It's probably going to piss people off, but one of the reasons I like Aaron Boone because he's kind of a tranquil, quiet leader, and he leads quietly, right? You don't have to be loud. If you're going to be loud, you better inspire people. If you're going to be loud, otherwise you're just going to be thought of as an obnoxious loudmouth. But to me, the strength of a leader is not who you beat down; it's how you elevate people. That's how you lift them up. And Boone does that. Okay? He's loyal to the players. He has their back. They have his back. And despite what people say, that's what he's done. And they're in the World Series. So, and I'm sticking with that. People can disagree with me all they want. But he's always had his players' backs from day one. And that to me is a meaningful loyalty matters. Loyalty matters. It really does. So I don't know if you guys and gals agree, but it does matter. It matters to me. What's your take, Anthony?
No, loyalty is important, and Boone. Like I've been saying about Boone, I know he's been getting many years of bashing. I've said it many times before. I didn't always agree with some of his decision making. I'm going to say that right now.
He's made frustrating moves to all of us. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he has. So for me, he definitely has. But but I feel like he's done a lot of things right. His playoff resume has been great. No, this year it's been amazing, but that's because he also has the guys he has options. He has better options than he did in the previous seasons. And even in those previous seasons, somehow, he found a way to get to have this team make it to the playoffs. Yep. He found a way. He figured it out.
Yep.
In his first year, for a guy who never really managed the team, but understands the game and connects well with the young players, because he does have that quality. Mm-hmm. For somebody who walked in, I guess you can say blindly, in a way, he's done pretty good. I mean, that first year he took him to the playoffs. I was like, not bad, man. Mm-hmm. Your first 2 years, you get 100 wins in both of your first 2 years, and
yeah,
I'd say you're doing something right.
Yeah, and to Ray's point too, what manager doesn't make calls we don't like or understand. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and It was funny too, because so many people were they wanted to get at the and I'm here we're going back to the past again, but they didn't want Joe Girardi to be the manager again. But like Boone took over when Boone couldn't really when World Series wasn't happening under Boone's watch. It was like, oh well, they screwed Girardi over. I was like, they could have given Girardi another year. I was like, weren't you folks complaining about Girardi? I mean,
yeah,
he won World Series, but that's because that team was stacked. And then after that, he didn't really make anything happen, unfortunately.
8 years after that. So 8 years after that. So
yeah,
that's the way it is. And that comes to the territory with the Yankees. It's a very high expectations in this fan community, man. It's just the way it is. Boone knows it. Girardi knows it. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
So, and this is one reason why we kind of try to have leveled conversations, so that we're not just being overly emotional. And especially, like I say this a lot too. If you're going to be pissed, let's just be pissed at the facts, and not the talking points, not the propaganda. Let's make sure we're pissed off at the right things and the right reasons, instead of just being duped and then later on never admitting that we were wrong. Like, let's not do that. It's pointless. It doesn't bring any value. So, but with that, I'm gonna go pick up my girls from school.
Let's go.
I gotta go get in the Beast, the Suburban. I gotta go pick up the girls. And so have a great day, everybody. NFE, thank you for coming on. Hope your chicken parm was delicious.
Yo, that chicken parm was good. It hit the spot, man. So I'm feeling full.
Chicken parm always hits the spot. My bowl is empty. Empty, baby. Empty. So could I see Ohtani pitching, John? No, I can't. No.
They were talking about it, but I'm like, I don't see Ohtani pitching.
I don't know if you want to experiment then in the World Series. So
yeah,
this isn't the World Baseball Classic when nobody's sharp yet. This is a World Series. This is different. It's really different. So that's the way I look at it. I don't care if he struck out Trout and make the last out of the World the World Baseball Classic. That was before the season started. Nobody was sharp. Nobody was game ready yet. So that's a big difference. That's one reason why I can't see it happening. But if they do, they do. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Help yourselves out, guys. But have a great day, everybody. Peace and love to all yous. NFE, you're the man.
Yep.
Talk to you. If any news comes out, you're going to get it from myself and NFE. No doubt about that. So we got your back always.
Make sure you all subscribe to 161 River Ave.
Subscribe to the Strike Zone, too, if you haven't done that yet. Let's support
Appreciate you.
Let's support our guy. Gang, love yous. Over and out. Peace. Yeah. All right.